Yo guys, Jonathan here, just another Wednesday, or whatever day it is when you're finally watching this, hanging out with a couple familiar faces. Marquez, aka MKBHD, is interviewing Elon Musk.
The first part will be a sit-down interview, which is like a normal, I've done this before, but it's like a talking tech or talking Tesla with.
So I'm sure everyone's seen part one, but here's a look inside the room before everything went down. As far as cameras go, what do you need to interview Elon Musk? On the A cam is Marquez's red Monstro full-frame monster of a camera paired with Sigma's 24 to 35mm lens. The B cam is a Canon C200, and shout out to Brandon Havard for locking that down.
You know, my job, I think, is to just make sure reflections don't occur and hope that Elon doesn't post anything on Twitter before we get there.
And as far as the audio goes, we got a pair of Rode wireless lav mics that is being fed into a Sound Devices Mix Pre 3. I want to quickly give the biggest possible ups to my guy Rich for taking some of the highest pressure tasks and handling them like a champ. First up was laving Elon and Marquez. This is an interview with Elon Musk, not something you do every day. There's no second chances, there's no redos. If you screwed it up, that's it. Fortunately though, Rich nailed the audio, so let's give a giant thumbs up for having ice in his veins. I do also want to mention that Elon was one of the chillest dudes that I've ever met. There was no camera off, no camera on mode. It kind of made you forget that holy crap, there is a mastermind billionaire in the room. Rather, it kind of just felt like everyone was hanging out talking Tesla. The amount of passion and energy and joy and just excitement that he showed towards Tesla kind of changed my whole outlook on him. And honestly, he might have sold me on a Tesla without selling me, if that makes sense. So once the interview was done, there was no time to celebrate because things got a little bit crazier. Luckily though, prior to the interview, we try to be as prepared as possible, going through everything from balancing the camera down to the interview.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're all over the internet for various reasons. Let's talk about Tesla. When is Rich gonna get his car? Because he's had some issues, and I know you've seen his tweets.
I feel like I've definitely not seen his tweets. I've got a million mentions every day.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Let's go on a little factory tour.
All right.
Tell me what you do out here.
So remember when I said Rich was awesome? As soon as the interview was done, he went from running sound to running downstairs to balance the next red on the DJI Ronin 2. We had about 3 minutes to get everything ready to go. Elon's walking down the factory, and again, there is no room for air. Also, I want to give a shout out to DJI because the Ronin 2 was amazing and honestly was what allowed us to get everything set up so quickly. So this was a total team effort. The idea here was I would run the red on the Ronin 2, and then behind the scenes there was secretly a ton of pressure on Vin, who had to wirelessly pull focus.
Gotta pull focus. Hopefully I know how to use it. I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward, right? Just look at the eyes. Be good.
The way that is done is there's a tear deck mounted onto the red that is wirelessly sending HDMI over to another small HD, where he then pulls focus on the DJI Focus. So when it came down to go time in the high-paced environment, this contraption is called a ready rig, and the idea is that it helps offset the load with the Ronin 2. The problem is we did not set it up properly and there was no time to fix it. The Ronin 2 with the red and the Zeiss Otis and the tear deck and the monitor, that is a pretty heavy rig, so you can definitely use it in short bursts, but if you're trying to use it for something over 10 minutes, it is torture. When you watch the interview, everything kind of seems smooth and calm and graceful, like if you played jazz music, that would fit perfectly. But in actuality, it is just pure chaos. There's people and robots and cars and flying objects, and you're trying to dodge things. All the while, we didn't have the ready rig set up properly, so all the weight was just like killing my arms. Again, this is an interview with Elon Musk, so you can't say, yo, can we pause? My arms are tired. You just gotta kind of roll with it, and that's what I did. To top things off, we were all in steel toe boots, which kind of just iced the cake in terms of the challenge. So we're walking and dodging things, and I'm just trying to keep my arms from falling off, and there was this one walk that just felt like eternity. The entire uncut video was about 26 minutes, so by the end of things, I was just toast. Somehow though, we pulled it off, and as challenging as it was and as sore as I was the next day, this was no doubt one of the most memorable moments I've ever got to be a part of. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks Marquez for having us out, for trusting us. Thanks Elon Musk for being just a genuinely cool dude. If you missed Marquez's full video, which I'm sure you've watched, I'll link it down below. This is Jonathan, and I will catch you guys later. Biggest bonus of the day, getting this sweet, it's like a stealth ninja hard hat. It looks like a baseball hat, but there's like plastic in there, so for pure science purposes. You missed the padding. Right here, man.
I missed the shot too. You gotta do that again.